In 1983, the formula for financial success was remarkably straightforward. You deposited a steady paycheck from the same company for decades, secured a guaranteed pension, and paid off a mortgage right on schedule. Today, that math fails. You receive a standard 3% raise while rent jumps 20%, and your savings account barely outpaces inflation. The exact moment this shift became undeniable was the 2008 financial crash. People who followed the traditional rules perfectly watched their retirement accounts get sliced in half and their home values crater. This collapse signaled the end of the traditional career and housing model. In its place, a system emerged that favors those who already own assets over those who rely solely on a paycheck. If you perform well, your salary should reflect it. In reality, human resources departments manage payroll through compensation banding. Every job title sits inside a defined pay band with a specific floor, a midpoint, and a hard, invisible ceiling. Once your salary hits that ceiling, it stops moving, regardless of your output. This structure creates a heavy penalty for loyalty. Because internal bands adjust at a crawl, a company will routinely hire someone off the street for the exact same role at a 20% premium, simply because external hires are priced at current market rates. When your manager offers a standard 3% raise, they are leveraging an information gap. They know the market data. You usually don't. That 3% offer is an assessment of what you will accept without resigning. Remaining loyal to a single corporation practically guarantees your income will stagnate. The corporate compensation system functions only because employees lack the data to challenge it. In the 1960s, a median house cost 2 to 3 times an average salary. A single worker could build equity without taking on crushing debt. Today, that same median home costs up to 8 times a typical household income. Strict zoning laws choke off the supply of smaller homes, while massive Wall Street firms purchase tens of thousands of single-family houses to rent back to the public. Meanwhile, other investors hold empty zombie houses, simply waiting for the land value to rise. Add the explosion of short-term tourist rentals, and the local supply shrinks even further. Locals in cities like Barcelona are actively taking to the streets to protest being priced out of their neighborhoods. Wall Street algorithms and global investment firms now dictate the price of a typical starter home in your neighborhood. This shift transforms a local housing search into a competition with international portfolios that value profit over community stability. When major milestones like housing and career growth feel inaccessible, people often search for progress elsewhere. We buy consumer goods to create a visible, immediate sense of success, masking the underlying financial anxiety. But the price tag is only the entry fee. Every object carries a second, hidden cost of ownership. A treadmill takes up square footage you pay rent on. A boat requires insurance, maintenance, and winterization. You pay continuous implicit rent on everything you own. This triggers the lifestyle multiplier effect. Buying one major item forces a cascade of related expenses. A home gym requires specialized flooring, mirrors, and ventilation. You are adopting an entirely new category of recurring bills. Eventually, we upgrade perfectly functional items simply because newer versions exist, transforming your disposable income into a permanent subscription fee. Accumulating pristine objects does not make you wealthy. It builds a lifestyle that requires accumulation. It is measured entirely by optionality, the freedom to leave a destructive job, handle a family emergency, or survive an economic shock without panic. To engineer that optionality, you have to bypass the traditional traps. Defeat the HR system by tracking exact market data for your role. When you sit down for a performance review with documented numbers, you dissolve the information asymmetry that keeps your salary capped. Defeat the consumer trap by calculating the cost per use of every purchase. More importantly, define exactly what enough looks like before your income rises. Setting a hard limit on lifestyle expectations prevents your spending from expanding to consume your raises. Instead of locking cash into housing, build a liquid income engine. Total return index funds generate wealth through steady dividend yield, dividend growth, and share price appreciation. Small, automated contributions leverage compounding, building an income stream that scales in the background. The modern financial environment operates on rules designed to prioritize retention and asset growth at the expense of the worker. By recognizing these hidden mechanics, you can stop operating as a passive participant and begin engineering your own freedom.